everyone, this is UKManicLoomer and I'm here with a 7-pin bar design, and it is called Key to Your Heart. It is designed by a lady on Instagram who goes under the name The Luminator, and this is the picture that she has posted on her Instagram account. Okay, it's a very pretty design and it is very easy to follow. And as always, I have done a rendition of my own to show you it. And this has done a little mini rendition here, and I've put some little pearl beads on it as well. So this is exactly what we're going to do today. So you can obviously do it without the beads if you like to, or you can follow along with some seed beads. These are 4mm. I wouldn't go any bigger than that though. Right, let's move on. Alright then, so like I said, it's a 7-pin bar design. And we're going to go straight across, diagonally down, diagonally down, diagonally back up, and a cross. This is a fairly low tension bracelet, but as I always say, brace it to the best of your abilities and you can't go wrong. So on this one I will be doing 2 pin bar lengths long, like so. And I'll just show you about this rendition here. As you can see, it's quite small. This was only done on 1 loom length long, and I'll just pop it on my wrist. As you can see, it's not even half my wrist, so I'm not expecting this one to fit my wrist, but it will fit a child's wrist. Okay, so, and obviously these are in opaques, which do make the design come out a little bit shorter. So if you're doing something like a jelly or a silicone base, then they're going to come out a lot longer if you do 2 in length. Right, okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to do the border, and I said I was going to copy this like for like. So this is going to be a white border. It's not a double border, it's only a single border. And let me just grab that white. Okay, so they're my opaque whites. We're going to start on the centre pin as always. And we're going to follow those first pins on the bars, and we're just going to go to the outer edge. Then I like to come back and go back onto the centre one and bring that out to the edge, again going on those first pins on each pin bar. Then you're going to want to take it all the way up to, or I should say, you want to take it up to the sides, like so. And you'll be doing a mirror image of this closure. So if I just bring it in, you'll be going from here, diagonally down, and across. And that means you have to stop on the 3rd pin from the end on your 1st pin bar and on your 7th pin bar. Okay, so I'll just do a quick demonstration. 3rd from the end, we go across 1, diagonally up 2, and we finish at the centre here, and across this side we're going to be going diagonally, sorry, not diagonally, straight across, inwards, diagonally up and in, diagonally up and in. Don't forget to do those straight lines to this point first though. So you go ahead and finish that border, and when you're ready, press play. Alright, so that is my border now all laid, and I'll just show you what it looks like. And that's how it should look like. So obviously the straights, and you go inwards at the end, like I explained before. Next we're going to be moving on to some X's, and with our X's they're going to go in first and then diagonally out. And for this, again, I'm going to be using the same colour as I have on my practice piece, which is the opaque ocean blue. So what you want to do is you just want to go 1st pin bar, 1st pin, and go diagonally up and inwards. Let me just zoom that back in. Okay, that might be a bit easier for you to see. 2nd pin bar, 1st pin, we're going to go diagonally up and outwards. Okay, from that pin we just finished off, you want to go diagonally up and in, drop down 1, go diagonally up and out. Okay, from that pin we want to go diagonally up and inwards, drop down 1 peg, go diagonally up and outwards, like that. And you just continue that pattern where it goes in first and then out. all the way to the end. Then you're going to come back down to here. So you're going to knife pin bar first pin, and we're going to diagonally up and in, go down one, diagonally up and out. From that pin, we're going to go diagonally up and in, drop down one, diagonally up and out. From that pin, diagonally up and in, drop down one, diagonally up and out. So that's your basic X's. So go all the way to the end, and when you're ready, just press play. Okay, so that is all my X's done. I'll just bring the loom down to show you. I do apologise just because of the colours of the bands. I can see that they are blending into the bases. So if I just tilt it a little bit more, you can make out those X's there. Right, okay, let's move on to the next part. Next we're going to be doing a zigzag between the second and third pin bar and the sixth and fifth pin bar. And for this I'll be doing the turquoise opaque from Rainbow Loom. And all we're going to be doing is we're going on second pin bar, first pin. Let me just zoom that in for you. And we're just going to be diagonally up and in. From that pin, diagonally up and out, diagonally up and in. From that pin again, diagonally up and out. From the same pin, diagonally up and in. From that pin, diagonally up and out. So that's how easy the zigzags are. Go all the way to the end on that side. Then we'll come to the fifth and sixth pin bar, and we'll start on the sixth pin bar, and we'll go diagonally in and up. From the same pin, we're going to diagonally up and out. From that pin, we're going diagonally up and in, diagonally up and out, and diagonally up and in, and then diagonally up and out until we get all the way to the end of our design. So go ahead and do that, and when you're ready, press play. Alright then, that is my zigzags all the way to the end. Next we're going to be putting two straight lines on the third and fifth pin bar. Now this is the lines that I have done to add the little 4mm seed beads, and I'll just bring out this rendition again. So it's these little tiny pearls here. Now of course you can go ahead without the beads, that's not a problem. If you are going to put a bead on, I wouldn't put anything more than 4mm. And I'm just going to show you a demo on how I do my beads. Now I'll get a simple white opaque band, and I don't know if you can just make this out. This is a little bit of modelling wire, very thin modelling wire, and I'm going to pop one side of it through and let it drop to the end, so you can just see it there. So now it's turned into a type of flexible needle. I'm going to pop the two ends together like that, and then that just allows me to thread the two ends like a needle through the eyelet of the bead, and then I can just drop it down until I get to the band and just bring the band through. And of course that is so much more easier than trying to thread a piece of normal cotton thread in eyelet and keep undoing it each time. So yeah, that's my little tip for quick beading. Right, okay, let's get on with the band laying. Now for the first band and the very last band on each row, I'm going to leave them completely empty. So I'm just going to do one forward with nothing on, and then I'm just going to pop my next band on. I'm going to keep the bead fairly central, and obviously the bead needs to be able to move up and down that band to put it in the right place once it's off the loom. And I'm just going to continue that all the way to the end, remembering to put a blank band on the very last one. And then I'm going to come back onto the fifth pin bar, and I'm going to put one blank one, and then I'm going to put my beads on straight all the way up. Now of course if you don't want to put those beads on, then just do the exact same thing as I'm doing now, but obviously minus the beads. So yeah, I'll just do one more and then I'll go off camera. Okay, So there you go. That's my beads started to be put on, and when you finish your 2 straight lines, just press play. Okay then, so that is my straight lines on the 3rd and 5th pin bar. It goes all the way to the end, and if you are beading, just notice that these are unbeaded. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do centre X's, and I'm going to do them in 2 tones, 2 colours. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on here. So I've done the pinks and the purple opaques, and I'm going to follow the same pattern. So I'm going to start off with my purples, and using the centre pin bar as your guide, we're going to go on the 2nd pin. We're going to go diagonally down to the left, diagonally down to the right, diagonally up to the left, diagonally up to the right, and that's our first X. I'm going to zoom that in for you for the next one. Then I'm going to do my pinks, again using the centre pin as my guide. I'm going to go diagonally down to the left, diagonally down to the right, diagonally up to the left, diagonally up to the right, and then going up to the next pin. Once we've got 4 bands on that one, we're going to go diagonally down to the left, down diagonally to the right, up diagonally to the left, up diagonally to the right. Okay, and then obviously I'll be going on my pinks next, going on to the next pin, diagonally down to the left, diagonally down to the right, diagonally up to the left, diagonally up to the right, like that. Okay, so go ahead and take your X's all the way to the top, and when you're ready, just press play. Okay, so that is my central X's done all the way to the end. Next, we've just got to put a single line all the way in the middle. Now you can just make this out. Let's see if I can get that into focus for you. There you go. So as you can see, the white is there, but it also isn't a major outstanding colour. So I'm going to continue with my white, and like I said, all you need to do is go on that 4th pin bar, and no beads on this one. I'm just going to put it straight all the way to the end. So I'm just going to stay offline, and stay on camera even, all the way to the end for this one. Some of you that have watched some previous tutorials of mine might notice that my voice is a little bit on the croaky side today. So I'm trying to do as little as possible talking. Okay, nearly there. Okay, so that's now done. We've got all the way to the end. Now we're going to turn our loom around, and we're going to put a triple cap band right here on the 4th pin bar, and that's the only cap band we'll be putting on. So go once, twice, 3 times, and then we're going to just slide that over the top. Of course, you can also do that on your hook or directly onto the pin, whichever way you feel most comfortable. Now it's time to grab our hooks, and the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to take that straight line that we've just put on and take it all the way back to itself. So we're going to go into that triple cap band, grab that top band and bring it forwards. Next one, bring it forwards. Next one, bring it forwards, and one more. Next one, bring it forwards. Okay, so I'm not going to stay on camera for this bit, I'm going to go all the way to the end, and when you've done the same, just press play. Okay, so the next part is the X's in the middle, and what we're going to do is we're first going to bring a part of the border back to itself. So we're going to go into the centre pin bar, grab that top band and bring it to the left, then back in, grab the next band, bring it right back to itself. Okay, now that allows us to start the stitching of the X's in the middle. We're going to go on the third pin bar, first pin. We're going to grab what's my pink and bring it into the middle. Then we're going to go on to the fifth pin bar, grab my other side and bring it into the middle like that. Then this pin, we're going to go into it, grab that top band which should be going to my left, bring it back to itself. Then we're going to go down again, grab the next band which should go to the right and bring it back to itself like that. Okay, and then we're going to start that over again. So we're going to go into the third pin bar, second pin, left side, we're going to go up, back to itself, right side, going to grab that band and bring it back to itself, go into that pin bar, into that pin, grab the top band which goes to my left and bring it back to itself outwards. Next one, bring it back to itself outwards. Okay, so then we're going to go on the 1, 2, 3, third pin on the third pin bar, and we're going to go in, jump across to the fifth pin bar, go in, go into the centre, grab that top band which should go to your left, bring it back to itself, next one, bring it back to itself. So that's the pattern that you need to do all the way to the top. So it's in first, out with the top ones, in with the bottom ones, out with the top ones. Okay, so go all the way to the end, and when you're ready just press play. Alright, that is my centre X's done. Next we're going to do is tackle these single lines going up on the third and fifth pin bar, and what we're going to do is just go in and grab that straightforward band. So my bands have just got a little mixed up there, and instead of bringing it back to itself, what we're going to do is we're just going to bring it across like so. Okay, and the same with the next one up. We're going to go in second pin, then I grab that over the pin, and instead of going up we're going to bring it just diagonally across. Okay, again the next one, instead of up it goes across, and again instead of going up it goes across like so. Okay, so we'll do that all the way to the end. At this point I wouldn't worry too much where these beads are, because it's such a nice loose design. We'll be able to shift those beads in the right place after we take it off the loom. Okay, so we're going to go into the fifth pin bar, and we're going to grab it, instead of going up we're going to go diagonally across. Next one, we're going to grab that straightforward band, instead of going up it's going to go across diagonally instead, cross diagonally and cross diagonally. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera now and I'm going to take it all the way to the end, and when you're ready just press play. Okay, so this is what your loom should look like now, and we are now going to move on to these zigzags which are in my turquoise. To be able to do that, what we need to do is bring in the border one more time. So we're going to go into the third pin bar, first pin, and grab that band and bring it back to itself, and we'll do the same on this side. We're going on the fifth pin bar and bring it back to itself on the sixth pin bar. Okay, right, now what we're going to do is what I call the chasing zigzag, and we're going to go into the second pin bar, first pin, we're going to grab that and bring it inwards. From that pin we're going to bring it outwards. From that pin we'll bring it inwards. from that pin, we bring it outwards. So as you can see, what they're doing is following each other or chasing each other. So we're going to go inwards, and I'll do one more before I jump to the other side, and we're going to go outwards. Okay, I'll do it on this side. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more for you. Actually, that's the most I can do. Right, we're going to go into those bands and grab that turquoise, and we're going to bring it inwards, go into that pin, grab the next one, go outwards, go into that pin, grab the next one, go inwards, grab the next one, go outwards, grab the next one, go inwards, one more time, grab the next one and go outwards. Okay, so go all the way up your loom and finish those chasing zigzags, and when you're ready, just press play. Okay, it's time to tackle the X's, and we'll be taking the bottom bands first and then the top bands. So we're going to go into that second pin bar, first pin, and we're going to go for that blue band which goes underneath on the X's, and we're going to bring it back to itself like that, and then we're going to go in and we're going to grab the border band, so that last border band we haven't put on yet, and bring it back to itself. Then we're going to go back in and grab the next blue band and bring it inwards. Okay, then we're going to just keep doing the bottom first, so that's the bottom goes outwards, top goes inwards. So we're going to go in to the bottom band, bring it up diagonally outwards, go down one, bring it up and inwards into that pin. We're going to go up and out, go down one, up and in, and one more time on this side, into that pin, up and out, down one, up and in. Okay, I have to do a bit of untwisting. Right, okay, now we're going to go onto this side, and we're going to go into that bottom band again, which is going outwards. So we're going to go in, grab that blue band, bring it up and out. Then we're going to go back to that pin, which is the 6th pin bar, first pin, go into all those bands and grab that last band that comes back to itself, and then that completes the outer border. Sorry about that, it's my phone going off. Let me just turn the volume off on it. Right, sorry about that. Okay, so now we're going to go in again, and we're going to go up and inwards. Then we're going to go into that pin, I'm going to grab that bottom band, go up and outwards, go down one, we're going to go up and inwards, go into that pin bar, go up and outwards, go down one, go up and inwards. So we're going to continue that all the way to the end. Just remember, it's the bottom band that goes out first, and then it's the top band that goes in. Okay, so when you're ready, just press play. Alright then, so that is my X's, and I've taken them all the way to the end, and this is what your loom should be looking like now. Now all we have to do is the super duper easy border, and what we're going to do, as we've already done the front row, we're just going to have to do the sides and the ends. So I'm going to start with my left. I'm going to go into that first pin of the design and just bring it back to itself, and I'm going to continue doing that all the way until I hit the center pin bar up top. So I'm going to do this very, very quickly on camera with you. I'm going to do one side on camera, I think, and then go off for the other side. Normally I'd have a little bit of a chat when I'm doing this, but as my voice is really sore right now, I am going to reserve my comments, I think. Right, okay, so we're going to go in. Oh, thing with the camera there. I'll zoom in a bit more. There you go. So we've gone in once. Go into all of those bands and make sure you grab that bottom band. Bring it diagonally inwards. diagonally inwards again. Okay, so that's one side on camera done. Then you just want to come into the 7th pin bar now, and you just want to do the exact same thing on this side until you get to that centre. Oh, do you know what, I'm just going to stay on camera. Obviously if you're an experienced loomer you don't need to be watching any of this, but if this is your first time or only a couple, then you might want to just stay on for this band. Now I would say that this band you could just directly pull these bands off slowly without too much trouble, but that's only if you have good quality bands. Now I'm going to attempt to pull it off just to make that a little bit faster for you. But I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'm going to sort my beads out and come back on camera to show you the end. So we're going to go across inwards, pull those bands back and grab that bond, go diagonally inwards, pull that down, go diagonally inwards. Okay, so we've just gone all the way, and that's our border, and this is the design all done now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hook and I'm putting it straight down that empty space so I can catch all the bands. Then I'm going to bring it out to the side like that, and I'm going to put 2 whites because they're only 600 counts, so they're thinner, and I'm going to hook them on, and with keeping the hook facing outwards so they don't catch any more bands, I'm going to bring it through the channel again and hook it on to there. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera now and I'm going to secure my C-clip and take this off, and when I'm ready I will come back on and show you the finishing results. Be right back. Okay, so that's all the bands off my loom, and how does it look? Well, it looks like this, and I love this design. Can't wait to play around with some more types of colours to go with it. But these were the colours I chose as my practice, and I just fell in love with them so much that I decided I had to do a full length bracelet with them. So as you take off the looms, these beads do not naturally sit on this side, they will sit on that side there. So all you have to do is just push on this side, push with your back finger like that, push it up and then pull the beads through gently and put them in place where you want them to go. So yeah, I love this design, and I love the Luminator's account. She has some fantastic designs as well as renditions to other people's designs, so she certainly is one to follow. So I'm just going to do a very brief recap to save my voice. This is called Key to My Heart, and it was designed by the very talented The Luminator on Instagram. Of course, it was tutorialised by me, UKManicLoomer. Details of both accounts will be below in the description box. So one last thing, I'm just going to show you, this is 2 lengths with opaques, and I'm going to just pop it on my wrist here and turn it around, and as you can see that's going to need a bit of an extension for me, but if you've got slightly slender wrists then that would be perfect. Okay, so from the UK, bye.